Tim from the League identity on my Rage tank. I can dig it. So I'm gonna go over my power tree real quick. Let's start off with punishment because it's the shortest. Punishment has your main pole, Rage Bringer, and it has your two self-healing powers, which is Severe Punishment and Remorseless Recovery. There are other self-healing ones, but these are the ones for tanks. These are the best ones, in my opinion. Remorseless Recovery is pretty great, and Severe Punishment will give you a ton of health back. In Anger, you're going to have to go all the way down to Outrage. You can just go to Eviscerate Chain if that's what you want, and you're going to need to come over and get Violence, and you're going to want Without Mercy. Now there are loadouts where you can go more down the punishment tree and get Bloodlust and stuff like that for buffs, but I actually don't use any of the buffs in my tanking because I prefer to have two poles, and you're going to need, I like the two poles over the buffs, and you need either Eviscerate Chain or Outrage and Violence in your loadout, so you don't really, if you don't want to get rid of one of your poles, you have to go with staying out of the punishment area. So anyway, this is how I use my powers. First, let's start off with good poles. The poles are on Rage are great. Ragebringer is a conus pole that can hit pretty much everybody, but you have to be far enough away and to do it. So as long as you can target them, you can pull them. And the nice thing is you can pull them really far. So Rage has a really good pull. You can just bring them all right out here. And that pull is actually so good you can get away without using both poles, but I really like the AoE pull that it's got because it does, number one, you don't have to aim it, so you can hit everyone behind you in case you got ads being douchebaggy and trying to escape, and it will pop up your ads. So bring them up, pop up, bam. So it's a really good pull to have, and I really like using it. I end up using it a lot. After I've done my main pull, it's usually the pull that I stick with, just to keep their attention and keep aggro, in case I got a DPS that's rather excitable and likes to go in first. Now let's see what the other powers are. Violence will help you keep aggro. It does a constant dot around you and hits everything around you, so it's really good for a tank. See, I can hit everybody here pretty much. And the nice thing about it is, if you saw in the beginning when I did the first time, it has an initial pop-up, which is AoE all around you. So also kind of helpful as a tank. You don't get hit for a couple of seconds, and it helps you keep aggro. And the nice thing about Violence is you can clip it into your two self-healing powers. And the first self-healing power, Remorseless Recovery, is probably the one you'll use a lot if you got a healer, because it doesn't give you any negative effects like Rage Crash. So you can clip Violence into Remorseless Recovery really quickly, and then when you're in Remorseless Recovery, you just attack. You keep attacking and you'll get life back. You're not going to see me get life back because I don't have any life missing. But the more people around you, the more life back you get, because the more damage you end up doing. And basically you hit that one, you attack like crazy, and you get life back, and it's pretty good. And then the second self-healing power is called Severe Punishment. And Severe Punishment gives you rage, allows you to Rage Crash, and you don't want to do that. Which is why you're going to have either Outrage, Eviscerate Chain, or whatever. I think there's one other. I think it's Dreadful Blast also does it. So you can use any one of those, but when you're doing that move while you're Rage Crashing, you don't Rage Crash. So that's why you have to have one of them in your loadout. So you can clip Severe Punishment with Violence, just like you can Remorseless Recovery, and it looks something like this. Oh, it didn't work. Never mind. I messed up. I let go of my power, my L2 button too quickly. So let's try it again. So clipping it looks like this. There you go. And then with this one, you just block. You can block and block and block and block, and then as your heartbeat counts down, you do outrage. Bam, no rage crash. Now if you do happen to let it beat all the way out, you will, like this, if you just let it do that, you'll hear a sound that sounds kind of like a splat. I don't know what it sounds like. I'm not going to try to imitate it, but you'll hear a sound, and you'll watch your life drop dramatically, sometimes killing you, because with severe punishment, all the damage that you get goes to health, and then if you rage crash, all that damage comes back. So it's possible to be damaged more than the life that you have, and so you didn't build it all back, and then bam, you're dead. So I highly suggest canceling the rage crash with outrage or eviscerate chain. It's my two favorite ones. And then yeah, but you can also do this. You can clip it into that one and then hit remorseless recovery, and then heal while attacking and while being hit, and then you just get rid of the rage crash, and that will give you back a ton of life. The nice thing about rage is it's a really easy power to do without a healer, because you self-heal. So as long as you have a controller and some good DPSs, you don't really need one, and that's kind of what makes it fun. But yeah, that's it. It has a conus pull. Might want to get everybody in it. It has an AoE pull that pops you up. It has a power that helps you keep aggro and pops you up and puts a small dot around you. And it has two self-healing powers that you can keep from dying if you just use a power that hurts people. And that's one of the cool things about Rage. You get to tag. You get to hurt people. You don't have to stand there and turtle like crazy. But anyway, so that's Rage tanking in a nutshell. Pretty easy, pretty fun, and I recommend it if you like tanking. It's a very active tanking power, so you might like it. And if you like a power where you can DPS and still have a role where you're not just, you know, where you can get in the middle of the fight and down and dirty, this is the way to go. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And from Tim and I Can Dig It, from the League Identity, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you later.